Guess what? We're back. We're back. We're back in the house. Without further ado, I'm one of your hosts, the one and only OG Sugar Daddy D, with my partner in crime right there.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
So,
how many of us have them?
What's that? Friends? Oh man.
Ones we can depend on.
Sometimes they're few and far between, but the ones you have, you better cherish, because they only come around once in a lifetime. You know, because a lot of times the people you think gonna be around forever only be around for a short term, and the ones that you wish weren't around, they seem to leech on to you forever. So you never know. But hey,
damn, leech on.
Yeah, well, all friends ain't good friends. Let's not sugarcoat that shit. So don't be sitting here and act like every friend you got are nice people.
Then why do you have them as friends?
Well, because sometimes they leech on to you. You can't get rid of them. Yeah, they leech on to you. Everybody, huh?
Did you tell them?
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
You're like, hey man, you're kind of leeching on.
Can you? Can you really tell them and say, hey, what you doing? I don't appreciate.
You need to know how honest you are.
Well, everybody ain't good at speaking their feelings either. Sometimes you don't want to hurt people's feelings. A lot of times.
Well, there's a lot of times you don't want to hurt people's feelings, but there's a lot of times you should. That gets you into the trap of not setting boundaries.
Okay, so what kind of boundaries should be set?
You gotta set your own boundaries. That's up to you.
That's up to me.
That's up to you.
It's up to me to set my boundaries.
That's a personal choice. Like my body, my choice. That's a personal choice.
We ain't talking about you being sexually assaulted, man. We talking about friendship. And sometimes, some friendships you just don't outgrow. You have some people that you've known for years, and they may not be the best person in the world to you, but they are important. Sometimes there's certain people you will avoid. Because sometimes you be going through what you going through. I never avoid nothing because of something they did. Usually, sometimes I just need time to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To think things out, be a little bit more clear, see a better perspective of things. So I don't ever want nobody to think that I'm avoiding them because something they did. Usually it's some stuff I'm dealing with, know.
Everybody needs that though.
Just like what we talked, remember last week when we was talking about mental health.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta
everybody needs alone time.
Yeah, you
need your alone time.
You gotta have time to get your dome straight. You know what I'm saying? Like we ever said to Baby Boy, I have to get my dome straight. So that's how I look at it sometimes. And
but those some friends that I'm not for cutting anybody out. I'm all about loving everybody. For me, it's like two big things. I try and go by two big things in my life.
Yeah.
The two big things are, number one, love everybody. Love everyone as much as you can. That's what Jesus said. Even if you take religion out of it and say Jesus didn't say love everyone.
Yeah.
For whoever says love everyone, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and what's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with that. And then the other big thing that I got from is Dr. Martin Luther King when he said in his speech, let's go by the content of our character.
And not by the color of the skin.
Not by the color of our skin.
Okay.
Which is why, I don't give a damn what color anybody is.
Well,
I just care, like especially at work, in places you work, or anywhere you go. If you go to a store, or if you're at work, or if you just go to a store, if you go to a fast food restaurant, anything like that.
Well, it's all walks of life for people no matter where you go.
There's all walks of life. There are.
And that's a good thing.
But there are certain people that you deal with on a daily basis with transactions, like, say you go to Circle K to get some gas, or you go get some cigarettes, or you get,
scratch off.
Snacks. You'll get some Chick-fil-A.
Crack a beer.
You go wherever you go. You can get some Burger King. You go sit down in a restaurant. Everybody's going to act differently towards you. And you can tell those people that actually care.
Yeah.
And the people that don't.
Yeah, true.
It's real easy to tell those people. Because the people that actually care, the number one sign they're going to have is they're not on their cell phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
I don't know. many times I've been to a Circle K or whatever store, and somebody's been on the phone like the whole time they was checking me out.
Yeah.
Like they was still on their phone the whole time they was checking me out. Just staring at and it was Facebook. You know, it wasn't like it was work related. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you've got those people, and, you know, a lot of those people, they can multitask. But some of them can't. And some of them just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
And you can tell those people. They're,
Yeah. Can I tell you something that gets to me is and I don't mean to jump off subject, but you know, I don't like when I'm trying to hold a conversation with somebody and they all fidgeting with their phone. Like I start a conversation and walk off.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, I'm being rude, but I mean like if I don't have your divided attention, I don't see no reason for me to carry on a conversation. You know, just like if you're speaking to me, I'm whatever I'm doing, I'm put it down because I always think the person who's in front of you is more important than. Not saying that somebody on the phone ain't important, but I'm just saying whoever you making eye contact needs your immediate attention.
Have you ever took somebody out to dinner, just like for a date,
Yeah.
and they be on their phone the whole time?
Oh, I had a chick like that.
Dude, I took this girl out to eat. We went to go eat Mexican, and she was on her phone the whole time, whether it was on social media or she was calling and talking to somebody else. Like from the moment we sat down to the moment we got up, she was on her phone like the whole damn time.
You know,
I was just sitting there watching. I didn't even pull my phone out at all, really, most of the night.
I had to happen to me. I just got up and left.
I couldn't get up and leave because I was one that, you know, I picked her up and I took her to go eat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just going to leave with her.
Yeah, but still.
But I mean, still, you know, I let her know how I felt throughout the evening.
Yeah.
And she kind of got upset about it. Like, how dare I tell her what to do with her time?
How dare you?
I'm like, but you know, I'm kind of, you know, I'm not trying to make it a transactional thing, like, to where, hey, if I'm paying for you to go out to eat with me, then your undivided attention should be on me because that's part of me paying for your food. I'm not trying to go that far, but you ladies out there, you tell me this. If you paid for a guy to go out to eat with you, and he stayed on his phone the entire time, and he was talking to other females, while you was out with him, and you were paying for his food, would you be upset with him? I think you would.
You think the ladies would be angry?
I think she'd be very angry.
Well, I mean, what's the best thing you can say? How can you handle that?
You just gotta tell them the truth.
You know, I mean,
be like, hey, I thought we were going out to eat. I thought this was just me and you going out to eat. You know, and I thought this was quality time for us to spend together.
Quality special time.
Apparently, you didn't think of it the same way as I did. So let's recalibrate ourselves.
Yeah.
And let's say, hey, are you actually interested in me, or you just
want
a free meal?
And sometimes that might work out in your favor. Sometimes people don't want to eat alone.
9 times out of 10, though, that female's gonna get defensive and say, "I didn't do nothing. I didn't do that."
So let me ask you this then.
I'm just saying that's the way it works out.
Is anything wrong with being in the friend zone? Since we talk about friendship.
Friend zone.
Look how you say that, friend zone.
Yeah.
What is that godforsaken place?
I've known that godforsaken place for a long time. I don't care because I just try to be nice to people.
So by that, do you think people take advantage of you?
Oh yeah, people take advantage of me all the time, and I don't really care anymore. You know, I've gotten to that point where,
for real,
you know, I could either be jaded about it, or I could actually practice the things that I read and the things that I ascribe to try and be more like.
Oh, okay.
Like I try to be more like somebody like Jesus.
Oh, okay. What?
Because I mean, if you've got a role model to look up to, I mean, who would be the best one to look up to?
Yeah, well, that's cool.
I mean, Jesus was like the nicest, most compassionate person in the world.
Yeah.
And they killed him for it, but still, I mean, I would still much rather be that person than somebody that's, you know, playing games.
Yeah.
or somebody that expects something. You know, if I take you out to eat nowadays, I don't even expect nothing nowadays. I'm just like,
Yeah, because sometimes you just want some company.
yeah, you just want to come.
I was telling somebody that they couldn't believe me when I said that. I was telling a chick that. I said, you know, sometimes you don't want nothing. Sometimes you just want some company. You want somebody to listen and bounce ideas off of.
Yeah.
I don't never think that I owe or somebody owe me. I always think the fact that hey, we both grown up, so we can speak what we want. At the same time,
But nowadays in society, we're in like more of a transaction.
no, well, everybody expects something.
Yeah.
You know, everybody.
What have you done for me
sometimes.
lately?
Huh?
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, I mean, and that's messed up when a friendship gets to the point where, you know, something like it's always said that men and women cannot be friends. But I beg to differ, because I know females I'm just cool with. I'm not trying to.
I've got way more female friends than I have male friends.
Yeah, and I ain't trying to get nothing out of her. I'm not trying to use her sexually. I mean, we just genuinely just cool. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. For me, that's rare. And the reason why I say it's rare because I can remember there was times where I remember, you know, younger you may say silly stuff. You know, I would say, man, I don't got time to have no female friend if she ain't give me none. You know, you know, when you're young, you think stupid like that. So I don't think like that anymore. I think sometimes you can have a female as a friend, because sometimes you just need that female's point of view or that female's opinion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they can be very important. Cause you know, you with your fellas. Sometimes if your fellas ain't genuine, sometimes your fellas can be yes men. So they ain't gonna come clean. Sometimes you need a female that's gonna tell you, like, it may
That's the
sound
last thing you need is a yes man.
Yeah. So sometimes
For dudes, just my point of view.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Okay.
well, like I said, sometimes you're gonna need somebody just to be harsh. You dig what I'm saying? You need somebody just to be harsh, be like, hey,
Yeah.
snap out of it, pal. You know what I'm saying?
That's being a real friend.
Yeah.
But a yes man,
Oh man,
that's like the worst type of person you could ever be to somebody.
they coming out outside to
No,
chase the
don't be a yes person. Yes man, yes girl, whatever you want. Don't do that.
But I mean, and a lot of times that's how a lot of friendships have started. Somebody kissing somebody's tail too hard.
But that's not a real friendship.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, think about it. All the so-called teen and preteen movies are based on what? The popular kid with all the non-popular kids kissing their tail.
Give me an example.
Mean Girls. What's the other one? I mean, just all the movies, like the first Karate Kid. Think about it. Remember Johnny Lawrence?
Okay.
All them other guys that was in Cobra Kai was kissing Johnny Lawrence's tail because they wanted to be cool because he was the it guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to be Ralph Macchio. Nobody wanted to be Daniel LaRusso's character. But, you know, and so everybody's friendship was really based on who was kissing who tail.
But but as Karate Kid unfolds, you realize, and they realize in the movie, they're really not friends.
No, they're not. Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say is like,
Good
if you think you've got a friendship based off an actual friendship based off of you kissing somebody's ass, you don't have a friendship.
Well, hey, it's a lot of.
That's just somebody taking advantage of you. Hey,
It's a
I want you to come over here and
Fuck her up.
right there, baby.
Fuck her up on these
That's the
cheeks.
spot. That's the spot.
But
Yeah.
that's sad.
You know what I'm
At the
saying?
same time, you know, and like certain friends you outgrow, some friends you don't. Some friends are just meant to be.
How many friends do you have left from high school?
Ooh, shit.
Actual friends.
That I talk to on a daily basis.
I'm not saying a daily basis. It could be a monthly basis. Hell, it could even be a yearly basis.
I got a few that I communicate with on Facebook, but I got about.
But you still stay in touch with a couple.
Yeah. I got a few. Which is
I
more.
got like, I want to say maybe 2 or 3, maybe.
Ooh, Shit, no, I got more than that.
One of them lives in Japan now. The other one, he lives here.
Like,
He's going to be a future guest on here. But
yeah, okay, cool. Man, me and
he's going to talk to us when because he's a CPA.
yeah,
So he's going to be great when it comes around next year for tax time. We're going to have him on the show.
and have him.
And he's going to give y'all some tax tips.
Yeah.
And offer his services to y'all.
That's cool. But yeah, Michael, a friend of mine, another friend of mine, Michael on Facebook. Matter of fact, me and him actually went to elementary school over here, went to West Shreveport. And we also graduated from Huntington together. And me and him communicate pretty often, you know. We both car guys, we like cars and stuff. He's one of those type of cats that just was an all around cool guy. I'm serious, I cannot think of nobody that could say he did him wrong or he was not a loyal friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say he's one of the epitome of being a loyal guy. I've never seen nobody like that. If you and him a friend, you and him a friend. That's it. You know. And that's so cool. He's a cool cat. I know a couple of guys that were solid. You know. But I know a lot of guys that wasn't. You know. And being that is, some people, not saying that they wasn't loyal or couldn't be loyal, they just didn't have nothing vested in the friendship.
Or you lost touch.
Yeah, well, that too. But you gotta realize, if ain't nothing vested in the friendship, why even bother? So I don't, like I said, I don't judge people on what they do or don't do, because everybody's around for a different reason.
Yeah, and I firmly believe there are no coincidences.
Yeah, there's no consequences.
I don't think so.
No coincidence. You know, everything happens for a reason.
It really does, and the older you get, the more you realize.
You realize that. I don't, you know.
But yeah,
I am a firm believer in free will now.
Oh yeah.
I do believe whatever choice you make has, you know, you have the right to make
you
the
definitely
choice.
have free. Look, if we didn't have free will, we wouldn't have Hitler.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know we were going that far, but.
I mean, if we had free will, like it's the old time travel. Like if you had a time travel machine, and you could go back and kill Hitler, would you do it? Yeah.
No.
Well, a lot of people would say yeah.
You think about
The
it.
majority of people would say yeah.
And being it is, I'm a firm believer in, people don't look at it like, okay, you go back and kill Hitler. And instead of, and how far back would you go and kill Hitler? Would you go back and kill him and just see when he was
just like in the Marvel movie when our boy said, he said you just walk up into the crib and it's like,
I don't remember that part. So my thing is, okay, so you go back and you kill Hitler. So you gotta realize that killing him could have gave way for something even worse than what he was. See, that's what. See, you can only see what you know. You can't see the unknown. So sometimes, like, take for instance, check this out. So we're talking about friendship. The people you end up being friends with, and the path you go with that friendship, because sometimes being friends with certain people will take you into meet other people. Me being friends with certain people, me and my first wife met indirectly from a high school friend. So if I would have went to a different high school, I probably would have ended up with a different first wife. So you have to look at, like I say, the butterfly effect. What if you kill Hitler and Stalin picks up where Hitler left off? Because Stalin was around there. So I mean, you got to realize something.
or what if all the Jews don't die? I mean, there's two sides of it.
Yeah, it is.
There's all kinds of, and there's very degrees of it too.
So
you know, extreme, and then all the shit in between.
So yeah, like a lot of times, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I agree with you.
I don't think that genocide is nothing to overlook, and what the Holocaust was a nightmare. Yeah. It's, you know, I can, because you gotta realize something. Yeah, all bondage is horrible.
What?
No matter who goes through, all bondage. The Irish went through theirs, you know, Jewish people with this, black people
every
with
walk of
this.
life.
You know, to the degree the Asians with some, you know, and so when I speak on it, though, I only speak from the black perspective, from the slavery in America, because to us that's our nightmare. You know, and then my thing is about it too. When it comes to black people speaking on it, everybody tells us to shut up and be happy, but everybody else can speak on theirs freely without being judged by it. So, you know, that's just how messed up things are. Huh?
Who tells you to shut up?
Plenty of people. Come on, man. We ain't gonna act like people always say shit like this. Shut up. Go back to Africa. They've been saying that for centuries. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you telling me to shut up and go back to Africa, you should have never brought me in the first place. You know?
That's the sound non-racist.
Huh?
That's how non-racist.
That sound non-racist.
Yeah.
What?
That's how non-racist I am, because I've never even heard that.
Oh, well, you need to look around. Well, I mean, and then I'm going to tell you something else. A lot of stuff you don't see.
I hear some shit like that, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, dumbass.
So a lot of stuff you don't see because it don't affect you. Like, I'm sure that the Latino population is growing, and I'm sure they go against racism. I'm sure it's somebody that calls them out their name. Because you got to realize, right now, even in the state of Louisiana, you have a lot of, you know, people coming here from foreign lands, and they got kids now going to elementary school with everybody else's kids, and I'm sure by them, and kids can be mean. I was a mean little kid at one time, so kids can say stuff, and it can cut. So, you know, that's why some kids, it's hard for some kids to make friends. But yeah, so a lot of stuff you don't see or notice because it don't directly affect you. You can hear, you know, you can hear say a word of mouth here and there, but you won't know. So
these kids say the darndest.
just like I've had, this is the weirdest thing. I've had friends that are not of my same ethnic background. But I'm gonna tell you something. Even though they're comfortable with me, when other people of their race comes around that don't know me, they get uncomfortable. Cause I notice, like I've had friends, you know, white guys, and we cool. Mm-hmm. But I notice if their cousin come around and don't hang out with black guys, they will feel uncomfortable having me around, and they feel like they have to explain to their cousin why we're friends. It'd be so funny, and I just be sitting there. I said, "Hey man, I'm just going to the house. Y'all take it easy," because I don't want, you know, if you gotta explain who I am, then we really ain't that much of friends. You get what I'm saying, though?
And this is why I say what I say all the time. When I say this,
but everybody ain't like you.
I say this one expression I say all the time: "Fucking white people."
Well, I ain't gonna say white people.
I'm saying, man, because I notice it with white women too.
What?
Like white women are scared of black men.
Well, I can't say that.
It's like I'm not saying. I'm talking about bell curve, okay? I'm not talking about all white women.
If I was a celebrity,
I'm not talking about all white women.
Okay.
But as a bell curve of the women, like the majority of women, white women,
yeah,
they see a black man and they'll be scared.
You think so?
I've heard it. I've seen it and heard it happen. I don't know how many.
Just by looking at us.
Just by black man coming in.
So what do they see when they look at us? What do they see? A beast?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Somebody be terrified by the appearance.
I really don't. Trust me, y'all. I've seen this so many times. And then I pull into the side later, and I'm just like, what?
So, well, hey, can a black woman and a white woman and a black man be friends? Just regular.
Can a what?
Can a white woman and a black man be friends? You think?
White woman? Oh yeah, all the time.
You think so? Would you be terrified of us?
Look. It's almost like it's almost like a 80-20 split. Like 80% of the white women that I've seen, like they're scared, and then the other 20% are falling in love
with black guys.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you the love
because there's either there's a ton of
love us at least.
In Shreveport, Louisiana, you gotta acknowledge there's a bunch of white women that go out with black dudes. There's a ton of them.
Why? Why is that?
There's no problem.
Why is that? There's quite a few black people go out with white guys here.
That's right.
It's a lot of interracial relationships.
There are, and that's a great thing.
In the South, down here. Right. Below the Mason-Dixon line. Now that's wild.
But then you got these other white women that just, that's why it just like boggles my mind.
A Negro!
It's just like, oh my God!
It's grown. was easy.
He's gonna rape me. Get out of the way.
Why you gotta be so extreme?
He's gonna touch me.
Why you gotta say you gonna snatch your purse? Why you gotta take the booty? You gotta take the booty. Well, yeah, so.
But I'm just saying, I've seen it happen. I'm just like, why are you so scared? He's just a person. What's the deal?
I try to get over there. But you know what?
Like, I try to be the mediator in them situations.
You know what? You're probably right, because the only white women I've ever been friends with are ones I've worked with. I've never just met now random on phone, just like.
Or ones you've had sex with.
What you mean?
Or they ones that you've had sex with.
Well, I don't think so. No.
You haven't had sex?
I've never had sex with a white woman I work with.
You've never had sex with a white
woman I work with.
No, that you work with. Right.
I've had sex with a white woman before. I've had sex with a lot of black women before. I'm a lover. I love women.
What's your favorite race?
I don't have a favorite race.
You don't have a favorite
I don't
race.
have a favorite race.
That's a good answer.
Because my whole thing is when you break it down, people are just people.
You know, it all goes back to that. It was a video I saw. It was either on Instagram or whatever. But it was like a woman. It was like hotness and craziness.
Hotness and craziness.
Yeah, it was like a scale the dude had. It's like, if she's this hot, then if she's like super, if she's at like at the top of the hot scale, that means she's also at the top of the crazy scale. You know?
So the hotter she is,
so the hotter she is, the crazier she's gonna be.
I can see that to some.
But the less hot she is, the less crazy she is. And they're just like, well, if you're aiming for something around this point right here.
Well, just remember. But I'm gonna tell you something too. That's a trip. By you saying that, you ever notice how you meet a really hot chick that's really cool and not crazy, and you still be nervous because you wondering when is she gonna go off? You ever been around one like that?
I've never met one of those.
I met a chick. Well, I know a few chicks. I know a few chicks right now. They're hot. Mm-hmm. There are some very attractive females, but they just as sweet as can be.
See, all the ones I know that are really like super hot, they're OnlyFans.
Well, so you friends with? So your friendship is a collection of OnlyFans models?
Not a collection, no. But there are. I do have several friends on Facebook.
You may not
that are pimping out their OnlyFans on Facebook too.
You may not believe this. I've never been on OnlyFans.
I haven't either.
I told somebody a long time ago. I said,
"Why would I pay for something I can get for free?"
You know, all the free porn.
Just because I know you. It's like my fantasy. Is that the hook? It's like if I've known you for a long time and I always thought about being with you.
Oh, you gonna pay that?
Like then I'll pay that $20 a month or whatever it is to fantasize I'm actually with you because now I've seen you naked. Is that what that is? Is that the hook?
I guess so. I don't know. I can't.
Because I don't understand. Besides that, I really don't.
I ain't never been into OnlyFans like that.
I haven't either. But the when. You know how on Facebook they've got the friends on there, like suggested.
Yeah, friend suggestions.
Suggested friends for you, and they've got all of them lined up. And you like click on their page, and like the first thing they got on their page is like the OnlyFans website.
OnlyFans and their Snapchat and their Instagram. And
I see a bunch of them with just the OnlyFans. They don't have Instagram, Snapchat.
Well, they got the TikTok. They got all the social media you can make a profit off of that pays for followers. Which I ain't mad at nobody for getting their bread up.
By the way, y'all need to like, subscribe, and shit.
So I'm just.
Y'all know y'all love us. Come on, Dad.
Whatever you like to do, I'm not gonna judge, but. It's just not for me. I'm too stingy to pay money.
This is like Planet Fitness in the bar here. We are no judgment zone.
Oh, no judgment.
No judgment zone.
You can be fat, floppy. I'm a big guy myself. I just weigh myself. I'm embarrassed.
But between the two of us, I believe we've seen it all, and we.
I believe it.
We might not have seen it all, but we've seen about 99.99%.
Between the two of us, it's probably 700 pounds sitting right here in front of y'all. Easy. I know I'm half of 700 plus. Easy. Okay. I was just waiting. But surprisingly, you know what?
See, I'm only 100. So
I'm still in good. I'm still in good health.
We're gonna get my boy here.
It's crazy.
Some help.
I tell y'all. I tell her. I have nothing to hide.
I'm bullshitting, obviously.
But I'm working on it now. Coming with my own boot camp, big guy boot camps.
I actually noticed that I was listening on.
We'll start our own big guy boot camp.
What YouTube?
Yeah, cause there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of us 35 plus guys that need to really take care of our health.
You know,
and that's a good way to make friends.
And I also think it's more
the big people's boot camp.
We need to start it for sure. Because there's not too many 6'4" people out there that, like, if you see people our height normally that are us,
well, we some big.
they're usually skinny.
You think so?
All the people I've seen that are at least my height, they're taller. They're usually pretty skinny.
I know quite a few guys. There's some big guys like us though.
I don't know that many they're as big as us.
Well, I work with quite a few though.
Okay.
But you gotta realize a lot of people work with me. But yeah,
like when I'm walking through like Walmart or Berkshire's or whatever, I'll see a big tall dude and I'm like, damn, it's tall to you.
And then when
but then I look at him, he's like maybe 150 pounds.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're right. Because I work with quite a few guys that's my height and quite a few of them slim. They play basketball and go boat and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See, we need to talk with them.
Who?
We need to talk with them.
Why?
To find out their secret for being skinny or being tall.
They don't eat. Shit.
Is it they don't eat or they get more? I think
it's the eating habits. Because I know I'm big. I can control my weight when I control my. I have moments, and if you ever pay attention, 1 minute I'm big, 1 minute I'm smaller than I am. So my thing is based on my eating habits. Like right now, it's hot. I don't like the heat, so I'm not gonna be outside. So I'm not as active now as I'm gonna be 2 months from now. Now from October to spring, I don't mind the cold because I put on a jacket to go outside. You know, I go in the backyard and hop on a 4-wheeler somewhere. I go, like, when it was snowing, my biggest thing when we got the snow was I got video of me just walking all through the neighborhood in the snow. Nobody else outside. I felt like, what's that movie? I felt like I Am Legend. Cause just me and my dog Ace, and we just walk through the neighborhood. And every now and then you will see a cop car pass by, but that's it.
Yep.
And then some streets, you would see nobody. Yeah. So me and Ace walked from here to the other house on the other side by Booker T and stuff and back, and it was just us. And we would look around and just be our tracks. And the next day we'll go back outside. And it had snowed overnight and our tracks are covered up and we just back by ourselves. Even one time my mama...
That's the thing about how hot it gets down here, man. People don't understand.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Like when it gets to August down here, you don't go outside.
It's like sleeping in
so you just stay inside as much as possible.
Yeah, and then it'll be muggy sometimes.
You're either in your car, you're at your job, or you're at home in the bed. You're in air conditioning.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's the way it's been here forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been that way for a long time.
Kids. I think the thing about it is when you're a kid, you're too busy having fun to be outside that you don't think about it. Because I remember being hot as a kid.
Oh, I remember too. I remember being
I remember as a kid you always moving. So you're sweating and the wind's blowing by. Like I was always on the bicycle as a kid. So the wind was always blowing by. You know what I'm saying? I ride my bicycle up and down Green Road, up and down Lakeshore Drive, up and down Curtis Lane.
Like you said, but as a kid, the heat don't even affect you. Nothing like it does when you're older.
You're right. Yeah, you're right, though.
Like when you're a kid,
yeah.
When you get older, you know, it's like, if it gets too damn hot out there, you're like, hell no, I ain't going in there.
Yeah, true. So.
You know, it's gotten to the point to where, like, I've got a mower at my house.
A mower?
I've got a mower, for sure. But I'd much rather pay... I'd much rather pay somebody $50 to come and mow my yard.
Not if I got a mower, I'm not. Man, I'll come home from work. I'll come home, so I came home from work in time and just get out there because the yard in the middle of the afternoon.
No.
With the heat. Push more.
No.
From all the way down there to all the way over here.
The whole point of having money is to buy things that give you more time.
I do.
And that's why I pay for people to mow my yard. Like if it's not August, you know, if it's like October, September, and I gotta mow my yard, I'll mow my yard. Okay.
I think about
But in August?
But I think about what I can do with that money that I just gave them. When I got
$50.
more so hey, you know how.
That's $100 a month.
Hey man, you know what you can do with $100 a month?
You know, the amount of time it saves
You're not
me.
thinking.
The amount of sleep it gains me.
Well, I want to sleep in the middle of the day anyway, so I ain't gonna miss no sleep. I'm just saying, the money could go a lot farther if I hold on to it longer.
Plus, I'm also supporting a local business.
That's cool
On
too.
top of that.
I smoke. Hey, every time I go to the liquor store in the corner, I support the local business. So I does that too. So yeah, but at the same time, you know, I just to me.
But that's the messed up thing. I only got like 2 friends from when I was in like between middle school and high school.
For real?
Like we rode the same bus. We might not always went to the same school. But sometimes we did go to the same school. Like I know for high school, we all went to Bird for a while. But during middle school, we like all rode the same bus. And like when I got my car in high school, I got it was a S10, and I would take them all home. You know, I wouldn't pick them up, but I'd take them home.
You're right, huh?
You know, I'd get them right home. But we'd go hang out together and everything like that too. But man, there's only 2 left.
2 left.
There's only 2 left.
You know what you do?
One of them lives in Japan.
You know what you need to do there?
What's that?
You go find your old S10 and fix it up, and find them buddies and start a road trip. Y'all on that road trip, go all the places y'all talk about it.
Anybody that wants to endorse me or
hey, stop it. Just
come up with some funding, me and my black brother here, along with my other 2 friends, and whoever else wants to come along.
We gonna start.
However many people you want to fund, I've always just been dreaming about my whole life.
We gonna start a mini pickup truck fund.
No, I want to get a Winnebago, like a big ass Winnebago that you need like 10, 12 people in there comfortable. Maybe 2 Winnebagos, okay?
You know what I want?
You start from the tip of Alaska.
I want the Winnebago from Stripes.
But then you drive from the tip of Alaska all the way down to the tip of South America. And you film it the whole time you go.
All these places with you, man.
My friends, how many of us have them? Friends.
He got high hopes for his friends.
Ones we can depend.
How you know it's gonna take our work that long? How long that shit gonna take?
That's why we need y'all support and funding.
Man, you gonna make me lose my job. I'm trying to drive down to South America.
You would drive from Alaska to the tip of South America.
To the southern tip.
Tip to tip. Tip to tip.
That sounds so gross.
Tip to tip.
That sounds nasty.
It's not nasty.
Nobody want to hear about Nobody want to hear about your tips.
From the North Pole to the South Pole. Of the Americas.
Of the Americas.
The American road trip. America!
Ain't in South America, ain't some of them roads on the side of cliffs and stuff?
Yes, they are.
Man, ain't nobody going down there with you.
I'll drive.
I ain't riding.
I'm the best driver.
No,
you already know.
I ain't even go there.
You already know my driving skills. You know I got skills.
I ain't messing with you.
You already know my skills.
I'm not going to go on the side of a cliff. I have height issues.
Just all you gotta do is lay in the bed.
I ain't laying in the bed.
Why you laying in the bed? That's why we got Winnebago.
Man, I couldn't get comfortable. You drive on the side of a cliff.
Just think about it. Like
2,000 feet up, I look over and all I see is a drop.
Okay, look, this is a good pitch. Us dudes with friends, like that are dudes, and then females, they've got the other Winnebago, and their friends, like their best friends.
I ain't going on no cliff.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even
and it'd be us and them, and like we watch out for each other.
I don't even like going over 220 bridge. So
that's a good ass idea though. Think about it. We both travel like side by side. You know, like we race each other and we have fun. You know, kind of like they do on Top Gear. You know, when they drive through all Africa on Top Gear.
I don't want to do that.
Hey, that'd be cool, man. That'd be
I don't want to do that, man.
Because we start at the top of Alaska, man. You go through Canada, and then come through the United States of America, and we stop at central places.
Just leave me in Alaska. I
Along
go
the way.
fishing. I go fishing in
We would
Alaska.
stop at many places along the way. Like this would be a year-long trip.
He's wild. Yeah.
You know you want to see it. You know you want to see it. You know it'd be awesome.
Don't egg him on.
Come on now.
Don't egg him on, people.
And you know you want to come.
He's an animal.
What would you rather just, drive around the country, hang out, go fishing, have fun? Or would you rather go to work? Or would you rather go to work?
I like going fishing. I like going fishing. I like hanging out.
There you go.
I like camping.
There you go.
I always want to learn how to water ski.
Like, we don't have to stay in the Winnebagos like the whole trip. Like, we can stay in hotels
I want to
too.
go to Niagara Falls. So.
Just as long as we go from here to here, in between we can go like this all the way through.
When you get ready to leave the United States, I'm going to get dropped off.
Which part? Canada, Mexico, South America?
Until when you get ready to go to Mexico, you can leave me up. You can drop me off.
No, man.
I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go to Mexico.
That's where we need you the most.
I don't know why. I don't speak Spanish.
We need you the most.
You don't need me down there.
We're gonna vouch for you.
Nope, don't vouch for
We're
me.
vouching for him.
Let me be. Let me be.
So, any bilingual people that will come along, please. We do need some bilingual people, okay?
I don't want no trouble.
But friends,
How many of us have them?
that's right.
Friends.
A Winnebago with the male
We
friends,
can depend on.
and a Winnebago with the female friend.
Friends.
It's almost like an old MTV episode, you know what I mean?
Let's be friends.
What's that old MTV show they had?
Road Rules.
Road Rules?
Road Rules Challenge.
They had, there was
The
one
Road
where they were in
Rules
the house
Challenge.
too.
Yeah, Real World.
Real World.
The Real
It's like
World.
Real World, but in a Winnebago.
Yeah, they had that. It's called the Real World Road Rules Challenge. They would take people from different and give them
See,
challenges.
they didn't have us.
Well, they didn't need that. We probably would have wrecked Winnebago.
And
See, that's what I'm saying.
that's the whole point.
They ain't paying all that money for a Winnebago.
Look,
People run off.
we wouldn't have wrecked just one Winnebago, okay? We'd have wrecked several Winnebagos.
Well, that's why we wouldn't have been invited back. That's why MTV said,
I guarantee you.
y'all ass up out of
I
here.
guarantee you they wrecked several Winnebagos on
I guarantee you MTV won't let us come back and we wrecked any Winnebago.
But we'd be the number one hit show in America. I
Nah.
know we would. Because some nights we'd be out there, like, having a camp with the
I think the number one show on MTV is what's the one with Rob Dyrdek? The one where they play all the internet videos and stuff. He used to have the Fantasy Factory. He used to be on the show with Robin Big. When they sit and they play different funny clips from the internet and stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man. It'll come to me. I'll tell you about it later.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But him and his bodyguard Big, they were good friends. And somehow they fell out of friendship. And I hated that because I kind of like watching them guys together. They had a crazy chemistry on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob ended up doing the Fantasy Factory. And then he got the other show called, where they have all the bloopers and stuff, man. What's the name of this show on MTV? But people always say so. But I remember back in the day, MTV had a show called Remote Control.
Yeah.
Where they would ask, they had different celebrities that would ask them questions and stuff about other celebrities and stuff. So.
But the name of our show would be called Friends.
And what, were we making friends, losing friends, gaining friends? What?
We were sort of with friends from like between our childhood and now.
My friends don't like me for my
But here's the thing, it wouldn't have to be all of them, just the ones that would agree to do the show. And that are actually friends.
I don't know.
One of the Winnebagos is guy friends, and one of the Winnebagos is girlfriends. Okay? So during the day, all the guy friends, they fraternize, they do whatever they do. All the girlfriends, they do whatever they do. Then at nighttime, we all meet up and we have dinner together, and we all fraternize together.
Fraternize together. The guy friends and the girlfriends fraternizing together.
I'm just telling you, man.
Y'all heard it here
Could you
first.
imagine imagine the road trip we did?
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, you can take your friends to the Human Harmony tour next week.
Could you imagine the fun that would be?
Yeah. It's kind of like a sleepover for adults.
Except for a year long.
A pajama party.
A
Remember
year long.
a year-long pajama party?
I mean, think about how many juicy destinations there are.
Juicy. Why they gotta be juicy?
So juicy.
You sound so perverted.
Juicy destinations.
Juicy destination.
I mean,
They make me so
okay,
excited.
it's really dry up in Alaska. You got Anchorage, whatever.
They got good beer I heard up there though.
Yeah.
Know about how cold the beer is, so you know it's good.
Yeah. Look, I would love to be in Alaska. But then you come down to Canada, and it's just like Canada. I mean,
Canada got some good beer too.
it's Canada.
The Canadian dry ginger ale come from Canada.
See, Canada's kind of like a fake country.
How is it a fake country? It's their own country. They
Canada.
got their own military. They got their own.
Not that anybody wouldn't be able to be. I mean,
Canada probably got some. They got the Canadian Mounted Police.
I think the Taliban can beat them.
You think the Taliban could take out Canada's
Oh, yeah.
military?
I think so.
You wrong.
Especially after we gave them $80 billion worth of weapons.
Yeah, who?
$80 billion worth of weapons.
Yeah, who 80 billion?
The Taliban. Remember Afghanistan?
I don't know nothing about that, man.
We withdrew from Afghanistan and gave them $80 billion.
I don't know nothing about that.
It's a
I
fact.
was never there.
Google it.
No. Fake
Google it.
news. Fake
Google it.
news.
Not fake news. Not fake news.
Fake news.
Thanks
fake
to Joe
news.
Biden. Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Y'all love talking about old Uncle Joe. He's a moving mighty slow.
But that would be the best series. I mean, but once we got through Canada, then we could go through all the U.S. tourist destinations.
Yeah.
Go to Yellowstone, go to
We're gonna have friends.
Portland, San Francisco, Kansas
So
City,
you're gonna find your
Dallas.
old friends.
We could go to like every major
No, listen,
city.
hear me out. You're gonna find your old friends.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all gonna hang out and just know each other. So y'all just end up and take a road trip.
Yeah.
And then y'all gonna be dueling with lady friends
Yeah.
doing the same thing. And another one back out.
And we could have like contests every now and then too.
And have a contest
Yeah,
as you
make it
travel from the
Yeah.
North Pole to the South Pole.
We could have like driving contests, like who gets there fastest. And then we could also have like other contests, like we're playing games against each other and shit like that.
Like I said, I'm cool until you get ready to leave the United States.
And then once we get through, like Florida, and then we go to the south,
Yeah.
that's when we go to Mexico.
Well, cool. I
Mexico
look forward
City.
to
The Friends tour, man. Friends.
I look forward to your friends too.
You need to come.
I'm right now working
You're on it.
I'm working on my band though.
You're on it.
I'm working on my band.
The band will come from the Friends tour. Think about how much free time we're gonna have. That's how much time we can practice on the Friends tour.
That's crazy. Why
Get
you
the
why
band
you-
going.
I can't wait. Roller coaster.
See how it works, man.
Roller. Say what? But yeah, so friends are important.
They are.
You have to cherish them. Cherish them.
Even those ones that like check out.
Even the ones that you don't see that often, or
the ones that ghost you.
Yeah, they ghost you. Because sometimes those friends could be going through something and really need your help.
Yeah.
You never know. Everybody's not good at expressing how they feel. So sometimes, and I know people, first of all, I ain't gonna beg nobody to tell me how they feel, but sometimes they need that little boost or that little kick for them to open up to you. And that's what being a good friend is all about. You have to be there in their time of need. When they're not able to be a good friend to you, you have to be strong for them.
And that goes back to mental health too.
Yeah, so if you are healthy mentally, try to share some of that with others. Because, we all have breaking points. We all have moments where we're weaker than others. And sometimes you have to be able to show
We don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear from nobody. You don't want to see nobody. You want to talk to nobody. None of that. But then out of the blue, if you just out of the blue message somebody,
Yeah.
you never
I've
know what that can do to you.
I've had that, but out of the blue, I just text the chick. We were cool. We never had any type of, physical contact or relations or anything. you know, like I said, I actually know females that I'm literally just their friend, you know, and I'm happy with being just their friend. I don't want more out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's you know, that's good to me. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let Miggity and Mike do the closing words. You know, anything you want to share with them before we?
There's something better than a friend, but make sure you're actually really friends. And friends are going to do nothing but help you out long term, especially mentally, with that mental health thing we've been talking about. I mean, value and cherish your friends. Like, it's hard dealing with people nowadays because it seems like everybody's out for themselves, but not everybody's really that way. Some people are that way. You gotta separate the chaff from the stick or the weed or whatever they call it. But you gotta also realize that, you know,
I just said you can't see
humans are humans.
Yeah. Allow them to make mistakes.
Humans are humans. Like, there's a lot of times I don't feel like talking to nobody at all. I just want to lay in bed. And then there's other times, you know, I want to talk to some people, but I don't want to talk to other people.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where I'm just trying to help everybody. You know, it's just, and that's just the way all human beings are. You can't help that. I mean, we have energy, and we devote to certain things, but we've only got so much energy at certain times. That's just the way I think about it. But whatever friends you have, please hang on to them if you can. If they're not really your friends, now's the time to assess that. Hey, are they actually your friends? Are they really not your friends? Are they just there to leech off of you?
Leeches. Sponge.
If they're them damn dirty leeching some bitches, then you gotta get rid of them. Some
gotta cut them low.
You gotta cut them low. Like, too.
You gotta cut them low. Cut them low.
Cut them out. Cut them out.
Yeah.
Set your boundaries.
Cause they can break you down, you know.
You have to set your own boundaries.
Yeah, the wrong type of friends can bring you down.
Those people that are yes men, and those people who say yes all the time.
Yes, man.
Those are yes men. They say yes to everything all the time. Those are miserable people. You have to set a boundary.
Yeah.
You have to just learn how to say no. You're like, no, I'm not doing that. Well, why not? Why aren't you helping me out? And then you're just like, because I'm busy.
Oh, God.
Because it's my damn day off and I don't feel like helping your ass out. Tell them the truth. Be honest with them. Be like, look, I love you. You're my friend. But I'm tired. I just got through working 50 hours this week. This is my first day off since. And I don't want to do shit today. Okay? That's all you gotta do.
Don't bother me.
Don't bother me. Be like, hey, next time, try your luck. And I'll probably help you. But today, I don't want to do a damn thing.
I don't want to be fucked with.
I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do nothing. But, you know, tomorrow, you know, because most people work 5 out of 7 days a week. And a lot of people,
6 out of 7.
a lot of people these days, if they do get 2 days off a week, they're not together.
Yeah.
They'll get like a Thursday off and a Sunday off. Or they get like a Tuesday off and a Friday off. Or some crazy stuff like that. But their days off are always split up. So when they get a day off, they're just like, I finally got a day off. And then here y'all come talking about, and I can understand if it's important, you know.
Yeah.
If it's something really crucial, but if it's some bullshit that y'all can do by yourselves, come on, man.
True.
But I mean, if you need help, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. But you've got to understand the other person's point of view too. You've always got to start putting yourself in their shoes. You're like, okay, I've only worked like 3 days this week. This dude's already working like 5 days. He's already worked like 50 hours this week. He might be pretty tired. He might not want to do anything. But I'm going to still ask him anyway. If he says no, he says no. If he says yes, then the least I'm going to do is I'm going to help him out. You know what I mean? But It's just like when, it's just like a dude, you know, like me and you, we own trucks every now and then. You know the damn dude that owns a truck, he's the one that's always stuck moving people, right?
Right.
So what do you do for the guy that owns the truck? You get him some beer, and you get him something to eat.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta be considerate of other people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the other biggest part with being friends with people. Like, be considerate of somebody.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you're taking time out of their day, and it's their day off especially, at least give them some type of treat. You know? Shit. Let's just fuck a beer.
Scooby snack.
Scooby snack. We have many gummy places around here now.
It's like Scooby snack.
Give us some Scooby snacks, which they're gummies. So
Gummy snack.
Gummy snacks.
I hear you shaking.
Show your appreciation,
Okay, all the time.
verbally and in person. I mean, that's just being considerate. So many people aren't considerate these days. Just saying. Anything else from you?
No, that's it. That's it. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for sharing, subscribing, and I look forward to seeing more of you. Thank you and good night.
Come on down.